Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of Wild Wednesday Live, presented by Quilt Craft and Sewing Festival of the New Year 2021. We hope all you guys had a terrific holiday season and you're ready to kick off the new year by joining us today. Hey, before we get started, of course, we always have to do a little bit of housekeeping. So I want to start with to remind you that our vendors today are all offering a special discount for watching the show today. So those are going to be good till tomorrow, Thursday at midnight. So you don't want to wait to order. If you see something you like, you want to after the show jump on there, get it ordered so that you don't forget about it. You're going to easily find all of today's vendors by going to the Quilt Craft Sew Mall, and right in the middle of the page, you're going to see our Wild Wednesday logo. Just click on the link right below that, and it'll take you to today's vendors, and we'll also show you what their discount is in case you forget. Now, remember, we are not doing questions during the show. However, if you do have a question, just type it in the comments. We have a comment monitor. If it's something he can answer, he'll take care of that. Otherwise, after the show, the vendors will jump on as soon as they can and go searching for your questions and make sure those get answered. You could also always go to their website and just email them through their website if that's faster for you. Now, don't forget, if you ever miss a show, a couple of hours after we air every Wednesday, you can find it on our YouTube channel, which is the Quilt Craft Sew Mall, and you can see all the past episodes. Now, everybody seems like they're having a super good time with our giveaways we've been doing, so we figure, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's keep doing that. So today, we have 5 more prizes that we're going to give away to someone who's watching live today. We have a Try Me kit from Couture. Rosa is giving this fabulous 15-piece pattern pack. The Handy Quilter is going to give away a corner cutter for making your masks. Linda from Winter Designs is going to give some fussy cut templates, easy for me to say. And we also have a set of nesting and hexagons and circles from Quilter's Haven. So just listen in later on in the show. I'm going to give you that secret phrase that'll allow you to enter the contest. Now, we do always like to remind you that our show is streaming live over the internet. So occasionally we have issues with connections, maybe some sound things, because some of our vendors are actually in pretty remote areas. So we ask that you just bear with us. If we ever have a situation, which we have had a couple of times in the past, where a vendor's connection is so bad that we feel like you really missed out, we're going to bring them back on the show so that you can still see them. And in the meantime, you can always check out, a lot of our vendors have videos on their websites and on YouTube, so you can always check those out as well. Well, all right, then. I think we're ready to get started with today's show. First up today, of course, one of my favorite vendors. And we had such a great response when she was on the first time that we had to ask her back. So I want everybody to welcome Adele from Couture. She has lots more different things she's going to share with us today. So hi, Adele. Are you there?
Hey, I am. Thank you for having me.
Hey.
Thanks for having me back.
Well,
I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Last time, guys, she was even out of town and she did the show from where she was in Texas, but she's home safe now. And I'm going to turn it over to you, Adele. Show them what you've got.
Okay, first I want to talk about the Chalk Room a little bit. The Chalk Room is our Pinterest-like group for Couture. So if you want to search for that on Facebook, the Chalk Room, just put in my name, Adele, or Wild Wednesdays or whatever, to let me know where you came from so that I can get you approved for that group. All right, let's get started. Today, I just want to show you what a silk screen transfer is. That's what Couture, what we use in Couture. Now, we can use this with a paste for a hard surface like wood, metal, lots of different things. And our soft surfaces, that would be our inks. And we inked last time, and we also chalked, but this time we are just going to chalk. So I want to get started on that. Let me turn the camera down so you can see the project we're working on. We are going to be working on some heart cutouts for Valentine's Day, and these would make great gifts. So let me and you can also ink it. So you can use this same transfer to either ink or to chalk. So let me turn the camera down so you can see the project. Okay, I think that's a pretty good view there. All right, so we're going to do this one in red, and we're going to do this one in a shimmer silver. I just think those colors happen to work really well together. And let's just go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to do is make sure my paste is stirred up, and I've done that pre-recording so that we don't have to waste time doing that. And you want to make sure it's the consistency of a yogurt. Now with this design, it has a lot of screen. So I want to start in the middle and work my way to the outside. And basically I'm just smearing it on like peanut butter or what, something like that, I guess is the way to say it. I like to say it's like when I go to scrape off the excess, it's like cleaning the windshield of a car. You're just dragging it and pulling the, whoops, got some on my hand, pulling the paste towards you, and there's very little waste, which is another thing I really like about Couture. This company's been around for going on almost 3 years now, and it's still a relatively small company, which is surprising. But if you think about companies like Amway, it took them a long time to get going, and we are still really in our infancy at Couture. So let me just go ahead and pull the transfer off. You want to work sort of quickly, and the trick is not to stick my finger in it, which I might do. And what I love about this is it levels the playing field. I don't have to be talented like my sisters I have a sister who can draw a perfect rose. And with this, you don't have to have the talent because the silkscreen transfer does all the work for you. So there we go. That one is done. I'm going to put this aside. The next thing I do with this silkscreen would be I would take it to the sink and wash it with cool water and let it air dry. And then I would just place it back on the backer sheet that it came with. So that one's done. And we're going to move on to the shimmer silver one with the X's and O's. And again, I'm just loading up the squeegee. Our squeegees have a beveled edge. Let me just show you that. So I'm loading the beveled edge, and I'm literally just pushing it through the screen, pushing the paste through the screen. This is our shimmer paste. So it has a little bit of a glitter or a metallic type look, which I love our shimmers. I think we have 7 or 8 different colors now. And if you guys want to check out the chalk room, that would be awesome. Once again, just make sure you put my name or this Wild Wednesdays down, and we'll get you approved for that group. It's a product-focused group, so there's no sales or sales talk really happening on that page. It's all for fun. So then again, I'm just going to pull the transfer up. It is sticky, so I do have to pull it a little bit, but I made sure it wasn't too sticky. I just tested a little bit to make sure it would pull off. So there we go. Those are our 2 designs. Now, you can also use this to make a quilt with our ink products. Don't you just love this, everybody? I mean, come on, that's cute, right? So you can also use this when you're quilting. I actually have my sister-in-law made a quilt, and it won an award using our silkscreen transfers and making separate blocks that were all patriotic. So I think that's it for me today. I was going to do another one, but I don't know if I would have to blow dry this, and I think that would be too loud. I could mute myself. What do you think, Raylene?
We want to see it.
Okay, I'm going to mute myself here. It's just a different color and a different transfer, but let me mute myself, and I'll turn on the blow dryer. Okay, so these are reversible. We can do a whole different design on the other side. So I'm just going to set that up now. And what I'm just going to do is line it up with the polka dots here. As you can see, that's pretty sticky, but it will still peel off. It's not too sticky. I'm just going to line it up here. Oops, middle off. How's everybody doing out there? Have you all set up your New Year's resolutions? I like to just set, not necessarily resolutions, but things I'd like to focus on more, what I'd like to improve, what I'd like to get rid of. And COVID is one of those things I'd like to get rid of so we can all get back together again, because I love our live vendor events. I love them. Okay, whoops. So this one has a lot of screen too. I'm going to try to line it up. Let's flip it over. So I just needed to get that dry so that we could work on this other side. All right. And I decided to go with some different color choices here. So let me grab these here. I'm going to go with a little bit of a blue theme. I didn't realize how much I like blue till I was quilting with my sisters, and they all said, you realize that almost every quilt you've made has blue in it somewhere, or it's mostly blue focused. I didn't really realize that about myself till then, because I kind of like purple a lot, and so I always thought I was more of a purple person, but I learned later in life that I'm really a blue girl. Okay, we're just going to scrape the excess off. Some of it spilled. So the other thing that's nice about, depending on the surface, you can also change it out. You can leave it up for a month and redo it and do it. I didn't get it. So that one didn't go through enough. So I'm just going to lick my finger, get it wet, and it fixed that problem. So just going to pull up slowly, kind of check my work. I see I kind of went off the end here and got some on my mat. That's okay. And I'm just going to stick this over here. I will clean these after we are off camera. And before I make a total mess, let me wipe this off my mat. So isn't that cute? I love polka dots. Who doesn't love polka dots? Okay, next we're going to go on to this one. Since there's a lot of screen on this, I just want to make sure it's laying down good. And I'm just using the back of a squeegee to push that down. It's harder when it's so much screen, but we'll give it a try. If it's a mistake, it's okay. We will fix it. Okay, get my next color loaded up. All right, here we go. This is our Couture teal. And the other color was the Tide, our Tide color. Tide's one of my favorite colors. So is this Couture teal. So yeah, I think it didn't stick down very good, but that's okay. I can redo this one later. All right, just going to scrape the excess off. It's hard on the edge, but I can get that later. Okay, so we're just going to peel it up. Spot where it didn't quite go through, so I just licked my finger and pushed down on it. There's another. Gotta lick a different finger now. Otherwise, I'll have paste on my tongue. Anyway, isn't that adorable? So one side will give you the blue hearts, the blue Valentine decoration. Now I need to wash my hands because I've. And the other side would be more the more traditional Valentine hearts. And you can make a tiered tray out of these, which are very popular right now. Tiered trays are kind of the in thing. There you go. All right. So I'm going to lift her up here. Thank you very much. I'm not sure how I did on time. I think I'm pretty close. but I'm
You're
not
really
positive.
good. You're good. You know, Adele, what I absolutely love about this, we have so many people who are joining us who are just kind of jumping into doing different crafts and quilting and sewing. And this is something that everybody can do. Like you mentioned, you don't have to be artistic. I mean, the
No.
products are so easy to use, and the way you demo it makes it look so simple. It's very exciting to me. And I mentioned when you were on the show before that we had the pleasure of being right next to you at your first show that you
Yeah.
did with us with the group. And I was just so fascinated. I wasn't paying attention to my business because I was watching you and everything you were doing. But it is a lot of fun. And remember, everybody, that you've got till midnight tomorrow night to, jump in on her special discount that she's doing. And Adele, we thank you so much. We're going to bring you back again later on sometime so that we can see some of your other fascinating stuff. So thanks so much. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you. Bye.
Okay, guys. So that was Adele, remember, from Chalk Couture. Again, you can click on the Quilt Craft Sew Mall website, and then just in the middle of the page, you'll see the logo for Wild Wednesday. If you click on the link right below that, it will take you to today's 4 vendors so you can find them quickly and easily. And while you're there, be sure that you spend some time in the mall. I mean, come on, what mall can you go to that you don't have to fight for a parking place or be hunting for a bathroom? I mean, come on. So please go and see us at the mall because all your favorite Quilt Craft and Sewing Festival vendors are there, and they are dying to have you visit their shop. So, all right, well, we're ready for our second vendor today. This is someone else that we've actually brought back from several weeks ago because we had such a great response to her, and she has so many things to show that we asked her to come back on. So next up is going to be Pat from Villa Rosa Designs. Hi, Pat, are you there?
Hey, I am Raylene. Am I coming through okay?
You're coming through loud and clear, so I'm going to turn it over to
Great.
you. Show us what you've got.
Okay, sounds great. I am Pat Fryer of Villa Rosa Designs. I am the originator of the little pattern cards, the $2 pattern cards. We started out doing mostly quilts, and now we've branched out into patterns for table runners and other things too. But today, what I'm like I said, I am the originator of the pattern cards. We have a full website that has everything on here that you're going to see today. And we're offering a nice discount that you can pick up for all orders that you place between now and tomorrow night at midnight. So again, today, I've had quilt shops. I've had been doing the patterns now for over 10 years. This 2021 marks my 40th year owning quilt shops. And here we go. Retirement just doesn't happen for me because there's just too much fun to be had. Again, what I'm going to do today is show off some of our table runner patterns because they're just a great way to use up scraps. They're a great way to, they're a great gift. I know it's past the major gift season, but gift season happens all year round. And table runners are fun and quick and easy to do, like all of our patterns actually, but table runners even more so. You can hit your scraps, hit your stash, and you've not invested a lot of time into things. And if you go with it, they make great, one of the reasons they can make great gifts is if you do them in some seasonal fabrics, you are putting together or giving away a gift that's not locked into their decor. They can just put it out for the holiday and have fun, and off you go. So what I'm going to do is show some various table runner patterns and samples of a few of them, as well as let you know what I have in kits. If you go to the website, you can go to the pattern section. You can filter the patterns by table runners. You can also filter the patterns by the amount of fabrics that it calls for. I have personally, I guess today I haven't designed any of these table runners. When I first started the pattern company in 2010, I was just designing, quilt patterns. And now I've brought on other designers so I can keep fresh with some fresh modern looks. By their very nature, all of our patterns are very, very simple because only so much is going to fit on the back side of a 4x6 card. So when we got to do with table, I did, bring on some other designers and they had some great ideas. One of my designers in particular, Trisha Maloney, and she calls her company Orphan Quilts. She specializes in using pre-cuts, and she specializes in using leftovers. So her things are just absolutely ideal for table runners, and she has done a lot of table runner patterns for us. So I'm going to barrel into showing. We'll see how all this width on the camera should show us pretty well. This first one is what Trish calls Bloom. Bloom is a pattern, and it requires 10 assorted 2.5-inch strips. She also uses a couple 2.5-inch strips on her pattern. I don't know if you can see it there, for a common center. Now, we don't always use the common centers because you have enough left over from the 2.5-inch strips to cut centers as well. So this is Blossom. Again, 10 2.5-inch strips will work, or scraps. We do have, I believe we have a kit for this one, a couple kits left in stock. Our table runners went out pretty fast over the holidays, so we do have that. And again, your discount applies to everything on the website. Our website also offers free US shipping. Our patterns are so easy to ship that we just find it easier to offer free shipping on everything that you might buy. So that large or small, your orders ship out for free. So Blossom is one, or I called it Blossom. It's Bloom. I think there's a Blossom here somewhere, but this is Bloom, and it's the Table Runner Kit by Trisha of Orphan Quilts. Trisha likes her Orphan Quilts refer not only, well, they refer to using leftover pieces of fabric, not just necessarily leftover blocks. Another of Trisha's is Bellamy, and again, it uses that 10 2.5-inch strips. And we've done it in a couple ways. My girls went crazy with table runners. We took this strip roll from Laurel Birch and divided it in fourths and made up the Bellamy runner. We do have a kit for this. And we have a kit for this version. Talk about two very different looks. Here at the shop and our website, we love Australian fabrics. And they do come in some strip rolls, and they do come in some 5-inch squares. So we played those with some of these table runners as well. So this is Trisha's Bellamy. And it comes, both of these come as kits that I just showed you, as well as the Bellamy pattern. Patterns are all $2 each, and they include shipping. And another, well, yeah, we'll just keep on going here. One of our other designers, Bonnie of Sugar Pine Quilt Designs, she did the little Charming table runner, and it uses 5-inch squares or scraps, because you're going to cut some of those 5-inch squares down into 2.5-inch pieces as well. So they're just kind of random and wonky and fun. We used some leftover scraps from the fabric line when we made this. I do have kits that I think has several fabrics in it, 10 fabrics, 8 fabrics. I can't remember what we packaged the kit up with. This is a line of boutiques called Patio, which actually I designed. I working with Banyan Boutiques. I've been a guest designer, and this is my first fabric line with them. So Charmed, great in the red, white, and blue scraps that Bonnie did on the cover. And you can see how cute and wonky and strippy piano key border we got on there. Nope, I need to speed up a little bit here. So Flora is another one of Trisha's. The pattern is available by itself, and we do have the kit. It starts out with 5.5-inch, or 5-inch squares rather. She cuts them in half to use. So again, you could use leftover 2.5-inch strips, or scraps. And this is good and wild in the Australians. Perfect for our Wild Wednesday, right? And another one of Trisha's. This uses fat quarters mostly, and she calls it Harvest because of the theme of the fabric. And a little closer look at the how it's laid out. But you can use a focal fabric on this, and then the little connectors pieces. This is a collection called First Frost. So it's nice and wintry. We can still use it after the holiday. We do have it as a kit as well. And the harvest pattern can be made in all kinds of things. And I have it. The girls brought in this morning one that she made. Heidi Cook made out of a more Christmas fabric here. It is, yeah, it's definitely got the Christmas theme. You can see how different it looks with all the shading. This is the pattern called Harvest. And not to waste a piece of batting, Heidi put the ripple runner on the back and bound it two-sided, although you could probably bind them together, or, you know, turn it right side out. But that is Ripple Runner, which is another one of the Orphan Quilts Trisha's patterns. Trisha did the original in a few different prints, and Heidi kept it just, you know, real controlled with just just the three prints. It can be done more scrappy if you want. So here we are, two-sided, 2 holidays. Don't even have to put it away. These from here on out, I do not have those patterns I do not have kits of. These are just to show you some more fun ideas with them. Blueberry color is another scrappy one, kind of a chain block that Trisha's done. And the blues are wonderful. If you go real strong light backgrounds, you'll see that chain. It still shows, the chain still shows up in a more muckled or medium colored backgrounds as well. I guess well, in this case, we did the light chains with darker backgrounds. This was done primarily out of a charm square pack, so there's a lot of lights and darks mixed in here. And another runner that Trisha's done using her leftover 2.5-inch strips. It calls for 10 2.5-inch strips. You know, with all these calling for this 10, you could take a 40 strip roll and make 4 table runners out of it, especially in the holidays. Now this one, it looks like the girls didn't do it super scrappy. Used some nice coordinating fabrics on this pretty maroon holiday fabric. So this guy is called Cupcake Party. You'll just have to go through the website and look at all the table runner patterns. Filter it out for those when you're looking at the patterns. And Sugar Plum is another one that's got, again, a holiday theme. There's so many gorgeous holiday fabrics out. We've pretty much closed out our holiday for this year, but next year we'll have a ton more. Can't see it real strongly, but it's like a 25 patch. Using 2.5-inch squares, your mini charm packs or your scraps. So that is Sugar Plum. And another one using scraps or 2.5-inch strips. Here we go again. This just takes 10. This one is not, the sample is not an exact sample of the pattern, but it's pretty close. This is Snow Goose. This is all that Molly had in her stash of these colors, or the girls had in their stash. So that's as big as it got. I mean, it's probably not as big as the original pattern is, but it sure works. And she made use of what she had. Snow Goose is really striking. We've got some gorgeous blue fabrics that I intend to sew up. And let's see, another sample for fun is our Fruit Bowl. Fruit Bowl was 2019 row by row pattern. And of course you have it on the row by rows, you have the choice of making your row 9 by 36 or a square. And so I took the 4 blocks that I used in the row by row and turned it into a table runner's length and size. So we've got that. The pattern itself has the pattern that can be used as a table runner or a whole quilt. And I do row by rows. I don't do just the row. I make a quilt too. Because that's what I'm about. Then we have, I've got the samples I have to show you today. We have a bazillion patterns. This blessings, these are all new. don't even know all the names anymore. Of course, we got over 400 patterns, so the brain is not retaining much of those anymore. Blessings by Trisha. We saw the blueberry cobbler. Cotton candy, another 5-inch square pattern. Cute, cute, cute. This has been a real popular one to play with. Diamonds, 5-inch square. You cut those in half and you've got this great diamond look. Patterns are all just $2. So Random really uses up your strip. She's got a great modern look with this, but she's cutting this down to 1.5-inch strips. So you can use up some stuff. And then we've got Flora, which uses 2.5-inch strips or 5-inch squares. We've got little umbrellas. Let's see. Oh, don't want to miss this guy in the Smitten. It is Smitten. We've got a couple heart patterns in our quilts as well. So Smitten is perfect timing for that. Pinwheels, a lot of fun. Boxed in. Penny Candy, more 5-inch squares, and it's kind of sister here with Blissful, using all those stitch and flip corners. If you really want to use up little stuff, here we go with bits and pieces and 1.5-inch strips, 5-inch squares. This cute little guy is probably not going to show real well. This was just in time for Christmas. The pinwheels and peppermint and holly. It's really sweet. And that peppermint pinwheel in the middle in the red and white is just adorable. More using up 2.5-inch strips and squares. And a couple of my other designers have come up with table runners too. This guy's designed to be reversible with your 5-inch squares and some theme fabric or some frame fabric. A little hard to see some of these using your 2.5-inch squares. Housewarming. You can get a better look at them on the website. Another little frame block. And I think we'll end it here with the 2 fabric Seminole. Has a modern look as is, but I've seen it done in like fall colors, two fabrics, and you get that positive negative look. So those are a chunk of the table runners we have to play with. Again, use up your scraps. We've got all of this on the website and a good discount going for the Wild Wednesday show. So it's now between now and tomorrow night at midnight. And I think that'll wrap it up for me.
Pat, that was so great. You know, I was just sitting here thinking, I have seen more people just in the last few days on different quilt Facebook pages that I'm on saying that their New Year's resolution was to use up their scraps. So this was perfect timing because you are giving them a way to use up those scraps and make useful, wonderful gifts for themselves or others. So we really appreciate you coming back today. And we hope to see you again real soon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bye-bye now. Okay, guys, just want to remind you, I know I mentioned at the beginning of the show for anybody that joined a little bit later, our show is streamed live over the internet. So occasionally we are going to have a few little issues. Sometimes there's a lag between the voice and the picture. Sometimes there's a little bit of muffling. But hopefully you're getting enough of what they're showing to at least pique your interest so that you go check out their Facebook page. And again, like she mentioned, that discount is good from now through tomorrow night at midnight. If you go to the Quilt Craft Sew Mall, click on the link right below the Wild Wednesday logo, and that'll take you to today's 4 vendors. So before we move on to our 3rd vendor, though, I think it's time to get everybody going on the contest. So the way it works, for those of you that might be new with us, is this is only good for people that are watching live right now. You are going to type in the comment section the phrase that I give you. You're only going to do that one time. Please, just one time per person, because we have to sort them out if you get in there a bunch of times. And then from those people that put the phrase on, sometime tomorrow, probably by noon, we will post right here on the Facebook page who the winners are. So the phrase to win this week is Hello 2021. All you have to type in is Hello 2021, and that will enter you into today's raffle for those 5 terrific prizes. Okay, so next up, we have a new vendor with us now. Well, she's not a new vendor. This is just her first appearance on the show. We have Sharon from the Handy Caddy. Now, earlier I misspoke and called her business something else accidentally, but it is Handy Caddy. So Sharon is going to be sharing some of her awesome products with you. I love her stuff, so I'm really excited that she's here. So hello, Sharon. Are you there?
Hey, can you hear me?
We can hear you, so take it away. Show us what you got.
Fantastic. Well, my name is Sharon Lee, and I'm from Handy Caddy. Oops, I don't think I can stand up because my camera is not going to catch me. So I'll stay down here. And I'd like to say thank you to Quilt Craft Sew for putting this together, and Quilts Haven, which is Raylene, for making this happen, because it is a lot of work on the back end, and I do appreciate the opportunity to be involved, and I want to be able to share some of my favorite gadgets that I have collected over the years, being part of the online, not online, but going to shows. And I miss all of my friends, and this is a great opportunity for me to kind of say hello to everybody out there who hasn't been able to do any shows for a long time, and I know we love it. I know we love to sew, and I think it keeps our sanity. And I also know that there are lots of new sewers in this mask making world. I've started to make a lot of friends in the mask making arena, and I've actually invited them to Wild Wednesday to learn some new techniques to broaden their experience, since they went out and bought a sewing machine, and sewing machines were like all the rage in the last year. So I'm hoping that I can mask making friends to some new quilting gadgets. And so my product, I don't know if I would call it really sexy, but I would say that clutter is a distraction. And I like to make my sewing area tidy so that I can really focus on my projects. So I'm going to show off the product that I'm having a special offer on. And the special offer is my newest version of the Handy Caddy Deluxe and Tote set. And here is my fully loaded set that I have set up at home. And it is going to be on sale for Wild Wednesday at less than 50% off my normal price. So what you're going to be getting is my 5-piece Handy Caddy Deluxe and the matching see-through tote. And I'd like to just show you what makes the Handy Caddy Deluxe so handy. So I'm going to start with showing you the caddy, and you can see that it's see-through. You can see all the gadgets, and there's 4 pockets on each side. I'll turn it around, and you can see that there's more pockets and more stuff. This is not fully loaded, by the way, and it's about 4 to 5 inches wide. So your footprint for the Handy Caddy Deluxe is 14 by 4 or 5 inches. I like to put this on the right side of my sewing machine. And this is the first pocket that I have to the right of my sewing machine. And when you're using your sewing machine, you like to have all the gadgets that you pull out all the time. Now, being that there's a bunch of new mask makers, I've actually been making masks. I put the tools that I use and the accessories that I use to make masks in the pockets, so everything is just easy to reach. And there's a nice large pocket so that you can put the bigger, bulkier things. Because it's 14 inches wide, I can put my rulers in there. And, you know, for these mask makers, they may not know all the great gadgets that we like to collect. Now, I don't sell all that stuff, but there are lots of people in the Quilt Craft Sew group that have a lot of these gadgets. I think even Raylene carries these bobbin holders for your sewing machine when you change your threads. So, but my 5-piece Handy Caddy includes the frame, which makes it really, really stable, the bag, and I have a separate zippered bag so that you can put one sewing project. So if I'm on the go and I want to bring something, I can bring something as easy as making these cute little embroidered kitchen cloths that maybe you young people don't know about this, but this is the stuff that grandmothers used to make, when they had some free time. So we've got that. And the last little thing that I added to this Handy Caddy Deluxe is a Velcro tab that I put at the bottom, because what people were doing when they were sewing, they were filling my Handy Caddy up so full that it was bursting out at the seams. So this is a product that is made to last. You're going to be able to use this for, some of my customers have had this bag for like 10 years. So I could go out of business because I'm not selling enough of them, but still I'm offering this Handy Caddy. Normally it's $45. I'm offering this on the Wild Wednesday special for $40. But not only that, you're going to get the matching tote for free with it. And so here's the tote bag that goes with it. And let me tell you, what makes this tote bag really cool is that I added this sleeve that you can slide over your rolling carts so that it doesn't slide off your suitcase bag. You can take this bag for traveling. It automatically makes one tote bag your carry-on on a plane. If you were going to travel with it on the plane, it automatically makes one bag, fill up, or you can carry so much. And believe me, when I traveled to shows, I somehow managed to take on more stuff. My suitcases were full. So, and on the other side of the tote bag, 9 by 12 pocket, so you can put a magazine in there. So I'm telling you, you'll want to have one of these, especially when it's $40 for the whole thing. It comes in this beautiful plum color. I don't know if it looks like plum to you. It kind of looked purple to me on the screen that I'm looking at, but it's really this like rich plum color. And the zipper is super sturdy. The shoulder straps are wide and they don't cut your shoulder. So it makes it really easy to carry around. I would also encourage people to buy them for shopping because they're a really great way to travel and shop with. And it stands up by itself because the gusset is nice and wide, and that's because you're going to put your Handy Caddy full inside the tote bag, and you can take it to classes when we're traveling. I don't know that we're traveling quite yet, but you know what? This COVID thing is going to be over eventually. I don't believe we're going to stick with this forever. So be prepared and take advantage of the special that I have. And I wanted to show that I have other colors. So here's the red set that I have. $40, guys. This is valued at $90 regularly, so you'll want to take advantage of it if you can. I think that's a good deal. You'll go to handycaddy.com. You can see my website in the lower corner. I think if I point here, oops, right around there, I think I figured it out. So, and this is steel gray for like that conservative look that matches everything. Now, how much time do I have? I think I have a few more minutes, just a few minutes. But I designed something called the corner cutter. When you want your corners symmetrical, making octagon shapes, it looks really strange, but actually you can cut a corner that's 1.25 inches on one side. This is 2 inches. So let me show you that this is the basic cut of a mask. It's an octagon shape. And if you've tried to make one of these masks, the corners, if you have them cut wonky, your mask is going to come out wonky. So this corner cutter is an awesome tool to use. It retails for $24, and it's one of the gifts that I'm offering for Wild Wednesday today. So I hope you'll sign up, or what is it? Hello 2021. I'm just giving that comment one more time. And I'll show you how the mask for the octagon pattern, making the mask, how it fits. It fits really, really well. And that's what you're going to be making when you use the corner cutter. So how am I doing for time?
You're good. You're good.
Any questions? Did I miss anything?
I don't think so. You know, Sharon, I'm so excited because, guys, I love her totes because I love organization, even though you'd never know it looking in my workspace right now. But that is a fabulous, fabulous price that she's offering to our viewers today. So now is the time to jump in and start getting those handy caddies and all the colors. I mean, we need all the different colors, right? So that we can match whatever outfit. So.
Yeah, I want to clean out my warehouse so you guys can help me, please.
Well, hey, we're ready, willing, and able. So, guys, let's thank Sharon so much for being here. We appreciate you coming on today, and we hope you have a great new year. And hopefully, we will see you soon in person.
Yes. Thanks, Raylene.
So remember, guys, you have until midnight tomorrow night to take advantage of that unbelievable special that Sharon is offering. And again, just as a reminder, now this is the last time I'm going to remind you, but to be eligible for today's 5 fabulous prizes, you need to type in Hello 2021. And again, please just do that one time. We'll get you all. So last step today is I call her one of our fan favorites. She's a regular here on the show. And the reason is because she has so many fantastic ideas, and we could actually just do 24 hours for about a month straight with her. She has so many cool things to show you. But so let's see if she's ready to go. Linda, are you with us?
Yes. Can you see me okay?
I can see you. Welcome back.
All right. Thank you. And thank you so much for the endorsement. And I have a clock. So and I don't mind interruption. So if there's something that needs to be said, or if we have problems with the audio, let me know. Okay.
I will. So take it away. We're excited.
Super. All right. So hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. This is so much fun. We missed the shows. We missed seeing you. We cannot wait. But for now, this is it. So this is Get It Together. Now that could be the story of my life, get it together, because no matter what I'm doing, I never truly have it together except for the moment. So Get It Together, though, today is Get It Together. I don't carry a big purse. I have too much stuff that I would put in there and I couldn't find what I needed. So I like carrying little things, crossbody bags or a little zipper bag, a little thing like this with the straps. I can put it around my wrist, have my keys, my lipstick, which is really just gloss, that kind of stuff. So I don't want to carry something big. So I want to show you a bunch of projects, but I want to review first. So I'm going to have Tina come down and show you our no slip templates. That's what I'm going to be doing today. They have this material on the back, and you can even see this one is dirty. It's on the floor all the time. I drop stuff. So you can actually use packing tape to get that off. But I want you to see, unlike an acrylic, when we go to cut, whoops, it moves on us. This stuff, it literally grabs the fabric. So I have a drop cloth. I love drop cloths for fabric as kind of a masculine touch. So it can be for guys, but I like doing drop cloth projects myself. I have 2 layers here. If I were really going to do this with the drop cloth, I would cut 4 layers. But I just want to show you, when I go to cut, you can see how it turns. So I can cut, and I'm using Martelli's rotary cutter, of course. It's the only thing I use. But do you see how that allows me to cut my layers? So when you have these guys here, you would end up cutting 2 of these for a project, and then I want 2 more fabrics for a project. So I've got this basically, but you noticed I cut here. The project I'm going to show you, you can cut with it on the fold, or you can cut 2 pieces. I actually like the fold because I'm kind of a get her done person. I want to show you a new project done with the rectangles, because my giveaway, the door prize that I'm doing, it's actually the 8x10 and the 7x9. I don't know what I did with the 7x9, but you're going to be getting one of these with a fussy cut frame. That's these guys here. That allows you to put something perfectly centered. But I want to show you a project that you can do with the rectangle. So I'm going to throw these on the floor because they're falling anyway. You're going to be getting the 7x9, whoever is the winner, and the 8x10 and the fussy cut frames. But it makes this. You guys might have seen this before. This is called a popcorn bag. I think these are so cool. Now, my plan was to do one with a lining and this as the outside, and it just didn't happen. And you notice here, it's a drop cloth, so it came dirty. So that would be the lining. So let me show you how this bag is done. It's really super cute. Do you see here, I've added little ribbon. I sell an embellishment pack, and it has ribbons, and you can put the little handmade tags and those kinds of things to personalize. But we've got a zipper in here, and the reason it's a popcorn bag is just like when you do popcorn in the microwave, it pops up. I'm going to get rid of all of that stuff, but I want to show you how flat that goes. You've probably seen these before, so maybe this is new to you, maybe it's not, but it's so fast and so easy. When you make these, you're going to use the rectangle, and you'll put the fabric on the fold. So imagine I've got a smaller one, but do you see right here, when you go to cut, you get exactly what you need. So you're all ready to go. We're going to add a zipper, and you would add a zipper here, and then this would be the outside, and then you'd add your zipper. You know how you guys do with our zipper. So we'd have a zipper on one end, we'd then wrap around, or you could do those two separate pieces if you wanted to have the seam on the bottom. It doesn't really matter. It's kind of, are you starting with the scrap or not? But you'll end up with these two with the zipper, and then these two over here with the zipper. When you have that zipper in the middle, this is where we're going to fold. I love, where's my 2x12? I love this 2x12 ruler, because when I go to mark, depending on what it is I'm going to be doing, we're going to be folding in our fabric. And that fold that I get here should be the same here, should be the same here, should be the same, should be the same. That's why this 2x12 ruler is so good, because you can use it to make sure that everything is going to be the same. And then we're basically going to be taking fabric. Where's my little sample? And we're going to be putting a binding on there. These can be scraps too. The zipper just needs to be a little bit longer than the width of your fabric. But look how cute and easy that is. You can use this, put a lanyard on there, a carabiner on there, or put a wristlet on there, and then carry this as your go-to purse. So it's kind of like this guy. You'd have that lanyard sticking here. You could put a strap on the side. You can clip something like that. If you can't give up your purse, you can make these in different materials. The material, if it's going in a purse, vary your material. So all your makeup goes in the cotton bag. All your pencils and your writing utensils, it goes in something rough like that. I don't know if you guys have made things out of bags, but these plastic bags, see how there's a handle here? This one was from Office Depot. You can make these things in all the projects I'm going to show you out of these bags. So if you're going to be doing different bags in your backpack, different bags in your purse, the fabric, because when you stick your hand in there, the problem with the purse for me was finding it. I'm digging around in there. But if I've got fabric that feels completely different when I go in and feel, as long as I organize my stuff well enough, I can feel this stuff here totally different from this stuff here. So when I'm pulling things out during a meeting, I'm not bothering everybody. I also wanted to show you why I love this stuff so much. This stuff, you buy the bags, they're 99 cents. Here's part of the bag. I've got another part of the bag over there, but you can really have a lot of fun with this stuff. This is where the fussy cut frame would be really nice. These dogs are all the same, but if I had one big dog right here in the center, I could use that fussy cut frame. But the other reason why I wanted to show you these bags is, do you see that no slip? That no slip material loves these bags. Our rotary cutter, I hate doing this, but our rotary cutter loves these bags. So I can easily cut and easily create with these things. For your sewing machine, a roller foot really works well. A Teflon foot works well. But if you don't have any of those, you can, on the bottom of your foot, just put some painter's tape or Scotch tape on there. Cut out the opening where your needle is going to go, but it'll help slide that along. Or you can put a piece of tissue paper on the top and a piece of tissue paper on the bottom, because your foot's going to want to grab on this stuff. But if you have not played with these bags, go to your local whatever store, TJ Maxx and Marshall's and Office Depot. You'll see really big bags that are 99 cents. That's material you can play with. All right, I pulled this out because I want to show you a really cute project you can do for this too. If money is the issue, taking the bills, taking the credit cards, taking the coins, and that's all you want to take, maybe your driver's license and one credit card, then this is a really fun project too. This is actually my pot pincher. It's a double-handed kind of thing. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, right here. You put your thumb in, you put your fingers in, and you grab the pot or the whatever off of the stove or out of the oven. But my friend Shirley made this, and I thought this was so cute. This right here has been top stitched, folded down and top stitch. The back side, there's one of my kitties that's fallen. We've got 5 kitties out here today. But do you see how the back side, that would be the underside, she's folded that so it creates a double pocket. You add the zipper right down the middle, and now you've got this cute little thing that you can put your coins in, your driver's license, your credit card, whatever inside of here. Again, add a strap on here, a wristlet if you want to, the carabiner, clip it to your belt loop, whatever it is. I love projects like this because they whip up really fast. That means you can make them for yourself, you can make them for other people, but again, they're really, really fast to do too. I showed this project. This is one of my favorite projects to do, and this is a hum bag. A hum bag is a triangular bag that basically, when we're stitching this up, we're going to put the zipper right down here. We'll stitch here, but then over here, we're going to stitch this away. So how do we make this? Remember the rectangles that I'm giving somebody? The 7x9, the 8x10, they're great for making these hum bags. You can make different sizes. What I like about this hum bag too is that it's perfect for our rotary cutter to go inside too. So if you're looking for not just for your purse in place of a purse, but to go in your sewing bag, this is a really great place to stitch, to stash that rotary cutter inside of there, especially the Martelli rotary cutter. That's a really fun one to do. My storage pods that you guys saw earlier in one of the other presentations, this is a storage pod. And this storage pod, for making it in place of a purse, a crossbody bag, I love, you don't want to use something stiff inside because we want it to be able to be collapsible. When you fold that down, that's basically what we have here. You can add the loop and a button if you want to, but you can also, let's see if I can find them really fast. You can also add little snaps or magnets. The magnets, the snaps, they really are easy to do. But imagine a magnet or a snap and no little strap there. But how cute is that? I added a pin. Why? Because I have 1,000 of them, if not more. I think pins really kind of add a whole lot to it. Again, that strap probably wouldn't be there, but if you wanted to put a big fancy button or whatever, you could do that too. So those make really cute crossbody bags. What do we need to add? A big strap for crossbody. But that came from my storage pod template. This is the small. It makes a little guy. I have a medium and a large. This one's the medium. This one's the medium. I showed this before in one of the other projects. This was done with my box bag template. That's this big guy. It's the house shape. Again, if you put a strap on here, you could wear this as a crossbody. This one makes this size, and you can see it's just a pocket and basically a house shape. I've added box pleats down at the bottom. I want to show you one that I was working on earlier today, if I can find it. Here it is. This guy here, it still needs a strap, but do you see how the light lime green that's there, I can see what's inside. So again, if all I want to do is carry a few small items with me, that lime green lets me see my items inside. I also added a pocket on the back. This has just been folded, and these were cut with this template. I added a little feather doodad. I like the feather doodads, but I would want something heavier on here because whether this is full of stuff or empty, I want it to stay closed. So that way I don't have to add a snap. I don't have to add Velcro. I don't have to add a button or anything else. I do want to add a strap to this because I want to wear this crossbody on my body, and I can stick my phone in the back so I'm ready to go and I don't have to carry a whole lot of stuff. I've had this size and this size for a long time. Brand new is this. This little guy here, you can see, let's get all three, the size difference there. Do you see the size difference? This little guy, I don't have my sample. I made it and then I lost it right before I started. Amazing, right? But do you see, I cut one out real fast. I didn't get to the sewing machine. We're going to make 2 of these. We're going to stitch this together. We're going to tuck the other one. Basically, this is what we have here. We're going to tuck it inside. We're going to stitch, stitch, stitch. I like to leave a little opening here, but you could do that at the bottom if you wanted to from that lining. But you see how teeny tiny that is, and see what that's going to be able to create. You can do the box pleat, and that would be really cute just to hold the credit cards, just to hold a few dollars. So this is brand new. But my favorite reason for doing that was this little guy here. This that we see here, this has nothing to do with a purse replacement, but it's a box bag template. This guy here makes the crossbody bags, but do you see the points coming together here? There's 4 of them. And what this allows me to do is store all my goodies, all my little tools, all my little whatevers. So this is brand new. It's not even on the website. I'm going to put it on the website later on tonight. So anybody that wants to get that one can do that. This has really not much stabilizer in here. This one has this stuff that feels so good. And this is just cotton fabric that looks like it's, all kinds of fun. But you can really make these super stiff if you want to. One of the other projects that I showed you before, instead of taking a purse, you can make this into a crossbody. And this is that layer cake case that I have. This is the larger one. I have a little teeny tiny one. This is definitely not in place of a purse. But again, if you're only carrying your driver's license and a credit card, maybe a little lip gloss in there, you can clip that on there too. So that's my layer case card case. Okay, so I have a few other things I want to show you real fast, just because I think it's important for you to be able to create and do your own thing. I have templates that allow you to do exactly. This gives you that house shape. This gives you the mask keeper that I showed last week, gives you that exact shape. But my round offs were the first templates that I came out with. When I made these, I went into the office at Martelli and I went in with Tupperware, like bowls and plates and dishes and things like that. And I had John measure out the bottom of the Tupperware, the top of the Tupperware, because it gave me radiuses. The radiuses, because in the past, when I did curves, I did bowls, plates, dishes. Well, now I have round offs. This says 3.75. This one says 2.75. Can you see how this radius is different than this? So if I wanted to make a cute little bag, I could fold this over. And when I place this on, do I like that radius? Do I like this one? Boy, that's a whole lot smaller. That's in between. This one is teeny tiny. If I wanted to make a cute little bag to hold my pencils, to hold my tools, when I turn this, that's going to let me cut these left and right the same. I could also, if I had 2 layers, not 4 like I have here, I could fold in half and fold in half and do the top left and right, the bottom left and right at the same time. You've got 3 pieces, the small, the medium, and large. You've got 4 radiuses on each one, so you have 12 different radiuses with these. This lets you be your own designer and figure out what you want to do. I have so many projects that I've come up with that are get or done kind of things. This is my hand mitt, this guy here, but it also turns into, it will, when I get it finished, this folds up and this folds up. Do you see how cute that would be? Or you could do where basically you're going to fold that down. But you can use these to change the radius, to make it bigger, to make it smaller. So you can get templates that I've already designed and then do what I have and what I've shown you in my videos, or you can make your own, which is kind of that designer, touch, which I think is really pretty cool. Okay, so I've shown you a whole lot. What I want to tell you about is the website, my YouTube, all of that stuff. So Tina, tell me if that's good. I understand we were getting kind of a glare on this before. My phone number is always best. If you ever have questions, if you want to get something, but you're not sure what to get, call me. If I'm busy, I'll tell you I'm busy. I'll usually answer my phone, but I'll let you know I'm busy. And then I'll tell you when's a good time to call me back. But I get so many emails from a video that I did on face masks earlier this year that I get like 10,000 emails a day. So sometimes my emails don't come through, or if it does come through, it'll be days later. So pick up the phone and call me. I'm okay with that. Winner Designs, that's my last name, Winner, opposite of loser. winnerdesigns.com is my website. I always have a discount code going on right now. Wild Wednesday Live, that's going till Friday night, almost midnight. It's 11:59 Central Time. That gives you a 20% off discount off of your order. I already have stuff on sale too. So go look at the sale prices, and I do bundles. If you're on Facebook, I did a lot of Facebook Lives this summer and earlier this year, both for me and for Martelli. So you can go back and look, like my Christmas in July. We did 3 weeks of Christmas, kind of Christmas, but not really Christmas projects, things that you can make for Christmas. So if you go back and look at July, you'll see every single week an hour plus of projects where we're showing you samples, ideas, all kinds of stuff. Okay, so Facebook, YouTube, my website, I think I've covered everything. Now, what I want you to think about is, what kind of organization do you want in your purse, in your backpack, or in place of your backpack? And I would love for you to post pictures. If you go to my Facebook page, Winter Designs for Sewing and Quilting, and post a picture or post an idea, next week at the same time, I'm going to do a drawing, and I'm going to give another giveaway to one of those people that tell me how they get it together for their purse stuff, all that stuff that you carry around. I would love to see pictures, but it's okay if you put an idea in there too. I will make a post about it, so you can go find that post and then put something on that post, and I'll be drawing a name, and I'll be doing a giveaway next Wednesday at 4:00. Actually, I'll probably wait till the Wild Wednesday Live is over, so I won't interfere with everybody that's doing Wild Wednesday Live. Okay, I think that's it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you got some ideas. I'm going to post some pictures as I get more projects, and when I find my little guy for this one, I'll post a picture of that one, because I don't know where it is, but this is my life. So thank you. Everybody stay safe. Thanks so much.
Hey, thank you, Linda. You never disappoint. We just always have so much fun with all your stuff, and you get us all inspired. And another thing that I love about your stuff, kind of like Pat earlier, is that so many of your projects you can use your scraps. You can use up a lot of fabric. So thank you so much, and we're going to see you again on the show soon. So Happy New Year.
Thanks. Bye.
Well, guys, I got to tell you, the show flew by for me this week. I mean, it was just so much fun to watch all 4 vendors, but I do just want to remind everybody again that you have till tomorrow night at midnight, although Linda is extending hers a little longer, to get all the great discounts that everyone offered today. I will be doing the drawing either later tonight or tomorrow morning, so I will have that up. I should have it posted here on Facebook by noon tomorrow. If you see your name, you have until midnight tomorrow night to claim your prize, because we want to get those in the mail and get those out to you. And we really do appreciate everybody's support of the show. We've been on for a couple of months now, and we are having such a good time doing it, because it's really giving all of our vendors a little bit of what we're used to with the interaction with you guys in the shows. Even if we're not there with you live, at least, they're getting a chance to show you the products that they're working on while they've been home a little longer than any of us planned. So that's it for today. We hope we see you back here next Wednesday, same time, same channel. And please share it with your friends. We'd like to grow it and have lots more people watching. But for those of you that have been joining us, thank you, thank you, thank you. And everybody have a terrific week. Bye-bye now.